The Watchman. Part 1 of 4. I've been working security at the Meridian office complex for 3 years now. It's one of those glass and steel towers that looks impressive during the day but feels hollow at night. The kind of place where the elevator music echoes differently in the dark, where every shadow seems to have weight. I'm the only one here from midnight to 8 a.m., just me and 47 floors of empty offices. The pay is decent and I don't mind the solitude. At least, I didn't used to. It started with the 23rd floor about 6 months ago. Nothing dramatic, just small things that didn't quite add up. I'd make my rounds every 2 hours, checking each floor systematically. The 23rd floor housed a marketing firm called Brightwater Communications. During my 2 a.m. round, all the lights would be off exactly as they should be. But when I'd return at 4 a.m., one desk lamp would be glowing softly in the far corner. Always the same desk, always that warm yellow circle of light cutting through the darkness. The first few times I figured I'd missed it earlier. Easy mistake when you're walking through dozens of identical cubicles with only a flashlight. I'd flip the switch off and continue my rounds. But it kept happening every single night. Same desk, same lamp, same soft glow that seemed almost welcoming in the corporate wasteland. I started paying closer attention to that corner during my 2 a.m. rounds. I'd shine my flashlight directly on the desk, check the lamp switch, even jiggle the cord. Everything was normal, off, dark, but 2 hours later without it would be on again. I began to wonder if there was some kind of electrical issue, maybe a timer I didn't know about. Last Tuesday I decided to stay on the 23rd floor and watch. I positioned myself in the break room with a clear view of the corner desk and waited. The building was absolutely silent except for the distant hum of the HVAC system. I checked my watch 34:07 a.m., 13 minutes until my usual discovery time. At exactly 4 a.m., I didn't see anyone approach the desk. I didn't see a hand reach for the switch. The light just appeared, as if someone had flipped a switch that I couldn't see. My heart hammered against my ribs, but I forced myself to walk over calmly. The lamp was warm to the touch, recently turned on. The desk belonged to someone named Elena Vasquez according to the nameplate. Family photos lined the workspace, a woman with kind eyes and 2 young children at what looked like a beach vacation. I turned the lamp off and decided to check the employee directory when I got back to my desk. Brightwater Communications had been a client of the building for 8 years. Elena Vasquez was listed in their directory as a senior account manager. But when I looked closer at the dates, something made my stomach drop. Her employment had been terminated 6 months ago. The same time the lamp had started turning itself on. I called Brightwater's main number the next morning after my shift ended. The receptionist confirmed that Alina no longer worked there. When I asked why she'd left, there was a long pause. "I'm sorry, I can't discuss former employees," she said, but her voice had changed. "Become careful." I hung up and drove home, but I couldn't sleep. That afternoon, I found myself at the public library searching through old newspaper archives. It took me 2 hours to find a small article buried in the Metro section from 6 months ago. Local woman dies in office building accident. Elena Vasquez, 34, had been working late when she suffered what the coroner ruled a heart attack. She was found the next morning at her desk by the cleaning crew. The article mentioned that she was known for staying late, often working until 3 or 4 a.m. on important campaigns. Her colleagues described her as dedicated. Someone who always kept her desk lamp on during those long nights because she said the overhead fluorescents were too harsh. She had died at her desk on a Tuesday night 6 months ago, the same desk where the lamp kept turning on. Every night at 4 a.m., the exact time her body had been discovered. That's when I realized I'd been looking at this all wrong. Elena wasn't turning the lamp on, she was turning it off. That's it for part 1. Follow Untold Lores for part 2. Like and subscribe for daily stories.